Alright, introduce yourself.
My name is Logan Poe. I'm a photographer and videographer from Detroit, Michigan. But I used to live in New York City, and I go train in New York, New York, LA, Detroit for work. I'm a fashion photographer. I shop for Adidas, Nike, Puma, Kenneth Cole, and a lot of other brands that you guys know of. And I also do music photography for fun here and there. I shot with artists like Slumka and Chase USA, and I worked on like artists that you might know of. So, yeah.
When was your initial introduction to like the arts and photography in specific?
My initial introduction was when I was like 14. I was in middle school. I took like a drawing class, right? But the dude, he was kind of sexist. He didn't like men really, so I like didn't do well in his class. So I like stopped doing I stopped drawing and everything, and that made me pick up my camera. And my first camera was like an iPod Touch.
Oh, wow.
And I just started taking pictures of like everything, and then at some point I went to work at this cider mill called Yates Cider Mill, it's like down the street from here. I worked there for like 2 months, and then I got enough money to buy a camera that I quit, and I just started doing photography ever since. I do like headshots for local people around here, and then like a lot of the local fashion brands will pick me up too. So that was like my actual introduction to being a photographer, not on some bullshit, but yeah.
Do you have any did you take any classes for photography or anything, or did you learn through other people?
I took a filmmaking class when I was in high school, and I did it for 3 years, and I ended up running like a film club, like a videography and film club at high school. But yeah.
Do you have any major inspirations like that really got you interested, or did it happen from like your own creativity?
Richard Avedon is like one of my favorites.
Watch the glass over there.
Oh.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I have this photo book right here, and I think Eli Reed's photo book. But Richard Avedon is one of my favorite photographers. He was known for doing a lot of black and white portraits, like the ones we did. It's Kate Moss. But yeah, that's like for my studio work, or like Richard Avedon is like my main inspiration. A lot of people in New York would compare my work to his. Yeah.
That's like our next question. What are the differences in the photography scene with New York, LA, and Detroit?
In Detroit, it's a lot slower than New York. New York's like really fast paced. I prefer New York to anywhere else, but I also like the slow pacedness of Detroit. People are very meticulous. They'll take their time to get something right here. Most of the time too, they have the space too. It's a lot more spacious here in Detroit. You don't feel like you're cramped in some 2x4
studio.
Studio
Closet.
Yeah, you're not in a closet for photo shoots, so that's kind of beneficial. Not like I ever was, but LA is the worst. It's hard to schedule everything. No one follows up ever, and it's just a not good working environment. I prefer New York because I'm a very fast-paced person myself. It allows me to get 3 or 4 shoots done a day sometimes. When I was doing that, I was vibing a lot. I would wake up, I would have a portrait shoot, a test shoot with a modeling agency. Then I would go from the modeling agency to a different modeling agency test shoot. Then I would shoot an event, and I would shoot a nightclub at night.
Oh my gosh,
yeah. I would make a good ton of money like that.
What made you want to come back home?
I had mental health condition that popped up that is just easier to treat while I'm here. And so I was like, oh, I can come home, and like they had the Michigan Connect program, so I can go to college for free, community college for free.
Oh, sure.
So I was like, I could just get like a free degree for no reason. So I might as well just go home and get this degree.
What degree are you getting?
I'm going for nuclear engineering technology.
Oh shit, that is really random.
Yeah, I guess if it's for free, you know.
It's for free, so like it's a 2-year degree.
Oh,
It's a 2-year degree, you make 80K. So I was like, oh,
Holy fuck.
if you can like do that and then have like that backing of photography, I won't have to be broke. So
Yeah.
Not that I'm broke now. But.
Because we're focused on Detroit, what sets Detroit aside? Like, what makes it, like, I don't want to say better, but, you know.
It's the people. Like, you get a lot of interesting personalities here that you won't find anywhere else. Except for New York, a lot of people from Detroit are moving to New York for at least some period of their career. There's a lot of personality that in like Detroit as a city and Detroit's people that give it a certain flavor that I like. Like you can't. We have this friend named Nick, and like you can't really like meet him anywhere else. Like the type of music that he makes, the type of energy that he has, like really one of a kind type of.
You only find it in Detroit.
Yeah, there's a lot of like only in Detroit type of people and things.
What are your intentions and goals coming back here and like specific to the area?
I was hoping to pick up a lot of the. There's 2 modeling agencies out here. I was hoping to start shooting with them, with Stone Management and DMM Management. I was hoping to work with both of them to like get into the fashion scene here in Detroit. So that was like my main. That's my main intention moving forward, I guess. But doing modeling tests for those agencies and hoping and seeing where things go.
Have you shot fashion here before?
Yeah, I used to shoot fashion.
Is it like a lot different than New York, or is it kind of?
It's taken a lot less seriously here in Detroit. It's not like a staple of the economy, I guess, here.
Yeah.
So people don't take it as seriously. But when you do have, like, I used to work at Detroit versus Everybody. And they do take their stuff somewhat seriously. And it's always a good pleasure working with them and stuff. But that's like more streetwear. There's also like, I haven't found any couture here in Detroit. I don't really like shooting like high fashion here.
It's a lot more like streetwear.
Yeah, it's mainly streetwear, and not like custom made streetwear like one-on-ones. There's a lot of one-on-one designers out here. There's a lot in New York, but there's like a lot here in Detroit. People that like have brands where they
only make to order.
Yeah, it's only made to order. I have a jacket from this one brand, and so I got this from a client. They make like one-of-one denim jackets.
Whoa.
Yeah, it says like Poe Logan on the back of it.
Talking these nuts.
Yeah, but it has all these patches that are like from my personality, I guess, because it's like my mom's friend. She's her Erica. It's her brand. But
yeah, you won't find that anywhere else.
Yeah, I got this when I turned for a shoot.
What draws you to like doing modeling agency stuff? Is it just because you like portraits a lot, or?
Yeah, I mainly consider myself a portrait photographer before anything else. So yeah, that's kind of what draws me towards like the modeling agency type stuff. Because that's the work they do is portrait type work.
Like working for commercial projects. Do you like? What are the differences, and what do you prefer? Working for like locals or like individuals or like corporations?
I prefer corporations because it feels like they take it more seriously.
More structured.
It's more structured, like for sure. Yeah, that's kind of it's just more structured.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't
You're
know what to say.
guaranteed to like get paid for your work and like
Yeah, like I guess I'll say this. When it comes to doing like corporate work, you have to work on like net 30, which is like, oh, you get paid in 30 days, and sometimes you get like 36 days, or 45 days, or 90 days, or whatever the fuck they feel like.
Yeah.
So it's not, you get paid more with corporate stuff, but it's not all, it's not as glamorous as it seems, because they can have you in this like limbo waiting period for a long time. Where when you're doing more like personal stuff, you get your money more immediately.
Yeah.
So that's a plus side of it.
On the topic of money, do you care more like about your passion projects versus like something that's gonna pay? Do you like your own like vision to be like the forefront, or do you like getting paid for someone else's like?
When it comes to photography, I prefer to focus on my own projects in the long term. I had a project called Ill-Defined where I shot like a whole bunch of black men. I asked them like what defines you as a human being, and I had them recorded on a sheet of paper. I scanned a sheet of paper, and then I took a uniform portrait of all of them, and I was like doing that as a long form series in New York City. That was a very rewarding project, and I really enjoyed doing that. And I felt like it had spoke with a really interesting message that you don't see everywhere else. I have a copy of it right here.
I was just gonna ask. I was like,
Yeah, so it's me on the cover. Yeah, that's like, well, this is zine.
did you make copies to sell or just?
I made copies, just give away. I gave away like I made like 50 copies and just gave away every year.
That's cool. I like that it's in like their own handwriting. That's so cool.
Yeah, so stuff like that is what fulfills me really when it comes to doing photography. And then all of the corporate stuff is like just a plus, but it's plus that pays the bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting your fancy degree to pay the bills, and then you can only focus on
Sorry.
it.
That's exactly kind of like what I was thinking. I was like, oh, I can just get some kind of easy to get job. Not that that's like necessarily the easiest thing.
Yeah. Nuclear engineer.
But I can just focus on doing stuff like that all the time. I can get my own studio here. Because the work I'm not making as much as I was when I was living in New York City. So I have to scale down, and like I'm shooting a lot in this little apartment right now. So yeah.
For like shoots, do you like being more in control and like directing, or do you like to let people have their like creative freedom and like do what feels natural?
I'll usually have them do what feels natural to start off, and then like slowly I'll like creep in my creative control over time.
Yeah. Because you see some cool shots and everything.
Basically, I'll like see some cool shots, and I'll like try to see if I can direct them all more. I like to be the one directing most of my shoots. I have worked with other directors in the past in the film, like if designers often like to be like co-directing my shoots with me because they want their models to look a certain way during their shoots. Like I have a friend who runs a clothing brand called Beauty Designers, and he likes to co-direct all the shoots because he like wants a certain vibe during the shoot. And I don't mind that. It's like that's just how this is going. Actually, sometimes I can enjoy those collaborative efforts, but more often than not, I like to have my own vision.
What's like your favorite project you've worked on?
Commercially or?
Both.
Ill-Defined is probably my favorite personal project. My favorite corporate project was a shoot I did with Adidas. That was like a corporate project that I worked for really hard. I tried really hard to get that job. I had to meet with the creative director a few times before I had to even be in the committee for the job. But when I got it, it was cool because it was like he was doing a series on people who can shoot in their home studios. At the time, I had this very like expansive home studio setup that it was like I had like an old loft building in New York City, and it was in Brooklyn, and it was just I had this beautiful light that came in from like the east, and so in the morning we would get really beautiful lighting, and it was really big, so I had a lot of space to like move around the table in the kitchen and I set up my backdrop and shoot and everything. It was a staple of my work at the time, and it was cool getting hired for something that was like a staple of mine. So we ended up shooting in like the home studio, and we shot 2 other locations, and all the photos came out really dope. And I got paid as well.
Yeah.
Was it for a collection or just a project?
It was for the Adidas Lab collection.
Okay, I was gonna ask what it was called so we could like insert some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the Adidas, like Adidas Labs or something like that. I'll send you the photos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any other books or like collections that you've put out?
Not that, but how I just have them online. Right?
Oh.
Yeah.
What makes you not like want to print them?
One of them, my brother-in-law designed. He's a creative director. So we just didn't ever put it out, just because it was a gift to me. They gave me.
Oh.
And I have like a personal. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I have a personal. They're both right here. I'm talking about it. I have a journal of the visual poet, which is the gift he gave me. So that used to be my whole tagline, was like the visual poet, because I used to write poetry and connect it to my work. A lot of my personal work is like that type of work as well, where it's just poems that I wrote and connected to like a whole bunch of visuals. They're like more Tumblr-esque.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's Morgan. She's like one of my favorite models.
Have you ever had trouble working with some models?
Yeah, I've had a few that were divas about getting the photos, or like they were divas about like what they wanted to wear in the shoot or stuff like that, and I just would deal with it as much as I could.
Yeah.
And then let the agency know.
Yeah.
And just let them deal with it.
Out of your hands.
Yeah. The other what I was talking about was my portfolio book from 2022 to 2023, and that has like the Adidas shoe in it, and just like work from different record labels. I did a shoot for Takis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this was a soccer company I used to work for.
What record labels have you worked with?
Airwave Music Group, Republic Records, Atlantic Records, and a few others. But yeah, so it was just some stuff.
Yeah. Public and Atlantic Records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they sign a lot of artists. There's a lot of
Yeah,
small
yeah.
artists that are signed to them. Yeah.
How do you structure your books? Like, how do you like, are you very specific about what pictures go where and everything?
Yeah, it took me like 2 months to design this, and
Yeah.
I finally like made it. I regret putting the year on there because I use this to this day. So now if people know I don't have updated the book, I'm like because I like it's good, and I just like most of my best work is still in there. I haven't had a need to. I still know I do need to update it, but like yeah.
Do you find that you've like applied a different level of care to projects that you're more passionate about, or are you very like professional in that way?
No, I try to like give the same level of care to everything that I do. Just because it's like a reputation that you don't want someone to think that you're not the shit when you are the shit.
Yeah.
It's just like
You don't want people to see your personal stuff and be like, oh, this is sick, and then you do something for them and you just, yeah.
it's just like whatever. Even like iPhone photos, it's like you gotta like someone hands you an iPhone, it's like
The pressure's on.
The pressure's on. I have to like make this the best photo I've ever taken.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, that's all we have for you. If you want to like shout anybody out or plug your
your
socials, now's the time.
I'll just plug my socials. I'll shout out like my mom, my brother. Thank y'all for supporting me. And my socials are Logan X Poe on Instagram, at Logan X Poe, and it's just Logan Poe everywhere else on YouTube, everywhere else. Check out the YouTube channel because there's a lot of cool videos there. We post a lot of behind the scenes, on my shoots, and they go crazy. Yeah.
Do you have any like online portfolios?
Like a website?
I'm remaking my website at the moment, so
Okay.
it's down. But it's loganpoe.com.
When it's up.
When it's up, it'll be up. But right now, I'm remaking it.
Alright.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you.
Yeah.